Okay, in this video we're now going to move on and tackle some of the specific questions related to word problems and systems of equations. Let's start with the first one. Now, what we would do strategy-wise is we're going to take each sentence separately and see how we can translate it into math. Let's start with the first one. Adam and Betty purchased a printer together for $258. Okay, so now if you think about that, it looks like we have these two individuals, Adam and Betty, who are working together, and they spend $258 each. But from the context of that, we don't know how much either person spent. But what I will do is I can write this equation down. I can say whatever A spent, and it's very important that you pick variables that are obvious, or it would be, make sense of who we're referring to, right? A for Adam, B for Betty is a simple way to do it. Okay, but we do know, so A plus B, right, if they work together, they spent $258. Okay, now that's the first one. Second equation. Adam paid $18 less than twice what they should have said was what Betty paid, but we'll leave it there. Okay, if Adam paid $18 less than twice whatever Betty paid, how much money did Adam pay for the printer? All right, what this is telling us is that we are interested in figuring out what is A. Right? How much money, how much out of that $258 did Adam spend? Can't answer it with the first equation, but with the other piece of information, they tell us that Adam paid $18 less than twice whatever Betty paid. Okay, so let's write some of these things down for a moment. That tells us that 2B twice Betty, Adam paid $18 less than that, right? So that would be, if we $18 less than this would be 2B minus 18. And that's what Adam paid, right? Adam paid 18 less than twice Betty. So we could say that is equal to A. Right? Hopefully everybody sees that. That kind of makes sense. Now, at this point we have two things that we can do. So this is our first equation, this is our second one. One thing we could do, we could substitute. We're just flat out told A is equal to that. So I could replace the A in equation number 1 with 2B minus 18. Or I could do some rearranging of this second equation to get it to look more like A and B together on one side is equal to that, and do elimination. I'm going to do it both ways just to illustrate to you that these are both entirely acceptable alternatives here. You just want to pick whatever would be the fastest for you to solve and what you feel the most comfortable with. Let's start with doing substitution first. Generally speaking, on the SAT, unless they give you an equation like this, where we explicitly had A is equal to that, you almost never want to do substitution. But this looks like this wouldn't be too terrible, so let's try it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace in equation 1, the first one we had, the A with this. So we just said with equation 2, A is just the same thing as 2B minus 18. So I'm just going to put that in there. Let's put 2B minus 18 plus B is equal to 258. I put the parentheses here just in terms of habit. Sometimes you'd have something like this, where you have a negative in front of, say, the A, and we want to swap this out. It's very easy to make the mistake and forget that the negative then would have to apply to everything equivalent to A. Okay? If that was confusing, just ignore me. We'll talk more about negative rules later. But anyways, okay, so we have 2B minus 18 plus B. Well, that just simplifies down to being 3B. Whoops, that was a mistake there. 3B minus 18 is equal to 258. Okay, and then we could solve for B. Plus 18 to both sides gets, oh shoot, let's see, I can do this. 3B is equal to, what's 18 plus 258? What is that, 276? Yes, 276. Yeah. Okay, positive 276, and then we can divide that by 3, and that gets us to, what is that going to be, 92? Yeah. You can check me on that, though, but that would get us to 92. B is equal to 92. Okay, well, we kind of have a little bit of a problem here, and that is we were not being asked to solve for B, we were being asked to solve for A. So we're going to have to do another step. We know that A plus B was equal to 258. So to solve for A, we could just simply do 258 minus 92, right? 258 minus 92, which should be what? 6. No, it's not 2. It's 100 and... Gosh, I'm slow today. 166. There it is. 166. So our answer would be B. Okay? So there's that. Now with substitution. Took us a little bit of time, took some steps there, but we got to the answer. Let's try that again with using elimination real fast, because this video is getting long. But let me just try to do this and see if this is faster, or if you feel more comfortable with this. It might only be one step. Let's try it. Generally speaking, it's fastest to eliminate on the SAT. But if you're super comfortable with your speed on substitution, then you just go for it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do A plus B, the first equation, is equal to 258. And the second one, I'm going to rewrite it. So I'm going to put the 18 on the other side and the A over here. That's going to get us to negative A plus 2B is equal to negative 18, is equal to positive 18. There we go. Pause the video if you're confused at how I went from here to there. Take a look at it, but I'm going to move on. All right, since we're trying to solve for A, I want to eliminate B. The way I could do it is I could multiply this side by negative 2. So that gets us to negative 2A. This becomes negative 2B. Negative 2 times that, oh shucks. Okay, that's going to be 516 negative. Check me if I'm wrong. Negative 516. Okay, so now if we add these things up, look what happens. We end up with negative 3A, and then the b's cancel, so we have negative 2 plus positive 2, it's 0, it's gone, is equal to this plus that is negative 498, I believe. Yeah, that's right. I think, yes, I believe so, yes. Okay, so then if we were to solve for that, we could divide both sides by negative 3, and that gets us to A is equal to 498. I hope this would be a calculator question, but you never know. Divided by 3, oh gosh, okay, so that's 3, that's 1. I mean, we know the answer's got to be 6, 18, remainder 1, 18, 6, 166. So, point being, you get the same answer either way. What you need to think to yourself about is what is the fastest, or which of these is the fastest way to get to that answer. Because you really ideally want to try to solve every math question on the SAT that you're hitting in under 2 minutes. Minute and a half is preferable, but don't have to kill yourself. Okay, let's pause the video on that one. We'll do maybe one more, and then maybe the last one will be for you to attempt on your own.